watching The Buck Stops Here and I'm Barkha Dutt. On this special episode today, 60 minutes of taking a hard look at the Lokpal battle. On a day when Anna Hazare has sounded the cry of battle against the government all over again, saying that whatever he's seen of the draft report that is in circulation, the draft prepared by the parliamentary panel, is a sign of betrayal. On the programme today, we'll be hearing from all the key protagonists. Abhishek Singhvi, who heads the parliamentary panel that's drafting the Lokpal Bill, in a sense, which will eventually, hopefully, one day become law. Also on the programme, Kiran Bedi, representing Team Anna, on why they're already saying betrayal, and Nikhil Dey, who represents the Aruna Roy-led NCPRI, on whether a middle ground is still possible. All this on this special episode. Abhishek Singhvi, given the political sensitivity and the stakes riding on the issue of the Lokpal Bill, many would say that as chairman of this parliamentary panel, you have a really tough job on your hands. Would you say that after a little over 2 months, you are virtually at the close of this exercise, that the draft for the Lokpal Bill is pretty much final, complete and ready?
Well, I can certainly say it's towards the close. This parliamentary committee became operational from 23rd September, and now in less than 2.5 months, we are at the adoption stage, which means that obviously things are ready to be adopted. Now, I hope and trust that the consensus and the spirit of cooperation remains, in which case we should be through in the very near future. But I've stoutly refrained, Barkha, from beginning, from giving deadlines and timelines. I think it's contrary to parliamentary procedure. It's unfair to my committee members. So while not giving a deadline, you can safely assume that we are, given the pace of what we've done already, there's no reason to be pessimistic for the future.
Well, I'm going to discuss what we have accessed of this draft, which you are possibly going to say you're not going to confirm or deny. We'll get into that a little later, but would you step back and say that this is very different from the draft of the Jan Lokpal Bill, somewhat different, or more similarities than differences?
Well, you can show this caveat right through a program that I am not going to, acknowledge the text of what you say you've accessed, because these are confidential proceedings, and it's been floating around in the press. Some are incomplete reports, some are partial reports. That's between you and your sources. But I can talk of concepts.
I've read the 170 plus pages of the report.
I can talk of concepts. I can talk of issues. As per your question, I think yes, there's a lot of new thinking there, something somewhat creative and innovative thinking. And I think it's fair to say that innovative and creative thinking doesn't reflect any paradigm of either the government draft or the Jan Lokpal draft or the X draft or the Y draft.
Let me ask you though, Anna Hazare has reacted and his team members have reacted to the portions of the bill that have leaked in the media. They're already saying betrayal.
I'm asking you, Barkha, and I've had very, very good meetings with them. We started with them, we ended with them, and we've had over like 9-10 hours, and we have excellent meetings. I'm asking you, is this fair? A, is the report out? B, is this not agitation for the sake of agitation? C, are you giving any particular reason on the content, the wording of the report? Or merely saying betrayal? They are adjectives. Now, you have to not only say that this exclusion is wrong, but you have to then say that the arguments given in the report for this exclusion are wrong. You're not saying that. And remember that this criticism of an impending non-existent report has been going on from virtually a few weeks after this fast. The fast ends, the whole purpose of the fast ending is to give time till the end of the parliamentary session. Before 2 weeks of the fast ending, you start giving threats that if this does not or does happen in a parliamentary session, we will do this. The parliamentary session hasn't even started. Now you are giving...
What part is unfair? That they're reacting to a leaked report, or that you think their disagreement in itself is unfair?
I think a lot of things are unfair. Firstly, a daily threat is unfair. Secondly, a weekly comment is unfair. Thirdly, they are reacting to a draft. But fourthly and most importantly, they are not giving a rebuttal to the persuasive arguments if they have a leaked copy of the draft. And I can tell you that I have at least, and each of our members I can speak for broadly. We are not out to please anyone. We are not out to please everyone. We are here to please two things: our conscience and the nation, and obviously Parliament.
And do you believe your draft does that?
I believe that this committee has striven and strained every sinew in its body and mind to achieve an excellent draft. But I also want to add that if anybody thinks that unless I give a government draft, comma and full stop, I have not done my job. Or if the Team Anna thinks that I give only a JLP, Jan Lokpal draft, comma and full stop, that is not the remit. That is not my jurisdiction. That is not my entrustment. So it is. Why should you object merely because it's not your draft or my draft?
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.